And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you these stories every day. Now, y'all, your boy, the illustrious sub 10% approval rating mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. Oh, Brandy boy, y'all. He's having the same not very good success in his city as always. But now, y'all, he's coming out more. He's talking about things that it seems like he doesn't know anything about. He's talking about Iran. He's showing up on streamers. He's showing up with streamers, and people of Chicago have just about had enough, y'all, because remember how he said that the violence is down? It's down like a 60-year low or something like that. Well, people are still getting shot on the subways. People are still getting shot by the police. And Chicago is still facing a $40 billion budget shortfall, y'all. So we're going to take a look at that here today. Just an update on how illustrious and sub 10% approval rating your boy is. So without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it.
Hey, don't shoot him, shorty. Hey, man.
Viral video shows Chicago police officers trying to get the driver of this white Mercedes to get out. You can see officers try to break the tinted windows as the driver tries getting around officers and a CTA bus. Then
it seemed like it came from one person. It seemed like it was multiple people shooting.
Savon Dillon Sr. was walking home near Chicago and Holman when he first spotted officers following the Mercedes. Lights and sirens were on, but they were kind of on the sidewalk, the curb, what exactly?
Everywhere, anywhere, just trying to get to this person. I don't know what, they wanted him for.
Chicago police have not said why they were in pursuit of the driver. Police scanner gives indication the white Mercedes was wanted for a crime on the nearby Eisenhower Expressway.
It was involved in a shooting on the I-290. The Michigan plate.
The vehicle was reportedly driving in Humboldt Park. Officers got sight of it and pursued the Mercedes. Once the driver turned down an alley, he smashed into a CTA bus coming down Holman. And that's where the viral video shows officers trying to get the driver to surrender.
So there you see a police-involved shooting in the Windy City, y'all. If you listen to the illustrious sub 10% approval rating mayor, you would think that Chicago has all of its crime problems solved. I wanted y'all to see this X post from Jamal Green. It says, "Good morning, Chicago. I want to remind you that this past weekend there were 7 people killed, including 2 19-year-old boys, 10 people shot, including a 13-year-old girl. Don't keep letting them making this silent each week. Our city is out of control. Pray for these families." Did you know that the United States Department of Transportation is actually withholding funds from Chicago due to how dangerous its CTA, its Metro Rail cars are? I don't mean the Metro itself. I mean the people who ride Metro, y'all. People get stabbed, people get shot, people get set on fire. It's just dangerous there. So the United States Department of Transportation has actually told Chicago that you need to clean this up or we're just not going to give you these funds. Well, apparently Chicago's not doing a very good job of that under Brandy Boy's leadership because somebody just got shot on the CTA yesterday, y'all.
Don, you know the CTA's Red Line is the busiest line. It runs 24 hours from Chicago's south side to the north border. When 2 men were shot Sunday morning, it made community organizers come out to reclaim public transportation.
Violence interrupters stopped riders exiting the CTA Red Line at 79th Street. They say they'll be riding trains at all hours to be vigilant for the public. That Red Line station is where a double shooting took place early Sunday morning. Police say a group got into an argument that escalated to gun violence. 2 men in their 20s were seriously wounded.
The CTAs are overall safe to a degree. We would like to let everybody know also if we were present, there's a chance we could have de-escalated that particular situation.
18-year-old Maurice Dodd of Chicago faces multiple charges, and the CTA is on notice. The Federal Transit Administration directed the CTA to submit an aggressive crime reduction plan by March 19th or face losing as much as $50 million in federal funding. This came after the horrific burning of a female CTA passenger and a fatal stabbing on the Blue Line. Violence interrupters say they want to be part of crime prevention.
Anybody that brings a gun on a CTA train, if it's an illegal gun, that particularly means they wanted to shoot or maybe hurt somebody. Even though at night you don't have as many people on the train, but at night that's a crime of opportunity. Most of the people that board the trains, especially the people that have criminal tendencies, criminally minded people, they may say, look, no one's out here, I'll just go for it.
So while people are getting shot by the police, getting shot on the CTA, old Brandy Boy has time to go off and start pontificating about the Iran war, y'all. He says his background as a social studies teacher qualifies him to tell you and tell everybody about the Iran war. So in case you were wondering what an illustrious sub 10% approval rating social studies teacher would say, y'all, well, let's take a look. Mind you, this is audio only from a radio interview, so we're just going to play some convenient video with this audio, y'all.
I think that when I looked at that our numbers, we got somewhere between 17 and 30,000 Iranian citizens in the state, and more like 6 to 12. I don't know the exact numbers, but at ballpark in the city of Chicago. How do you prepare for something like that when a country was attacked like it has been by our federal government, and we're the third largest city in America? How do you deal with that?
Yeah, well, first of all, the lives that have already been lost, because of this attack, and what is still clear to me is an illegal war. Mm-hmm. The last I checked, as a former social studies teacher, Congress has that authority, and they have to declare war, and they have constantly abdicated their responsibility under the Trump administration. I have never seen a branch of government just simply lay down at the behest of the executive branch. It's just, we're talking about unprecedented times. And so you have to maintain moral clarity and conviction in this moment. Look, I'm going to defend this city using every single tool that's available to me, but I'm also going to use the microphone to call out the atrocity and the illegal nature of what's occurring.
And finally, y'all, in the background of all of this is Chicago's tremendous budget deficit. Here you're going to hear an alderman talking about this. He's like, hey, I thought we were doing things the right way, and then I found out we were doing things the wrong way, y'all. That's one of the reasons, again, that Chicago has a $40 billion budget deficit when you include different expenditures that are coming up, like having to fund pensions and the such. So yeah, y'all, it's not just the violence, but it's also the bankruptcy that's affecting the city.
Oh, I was saying that, we asked the working families of this city to spend responsibly and budget responsibly, and we in city government need to be doing it as well. One thing that has given me significant concern lately is that we have a new debt issuance that we're doing for $500 million, and sadly and unfortunately, we are borrowing for operating costs. We're borrowing for some firefighter back pay, as well as some lawsuit settlements that we have to handle. But what really makes me upset about that is that we in city council were told this was going to be amortized over 5 years like a standard car loan. And instead, we have found out that instead no payments are going to be made for several years, and then it's going to be some interest-only payments. And considering our fiscal situation in the city of Chicago, we cannot be making irresponsible decisions, just like the working families can't either.
So yeah, my people, your boy, the illustrious sub 10% approval rating mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, he's going around talking about the Iran war from the perspective of a social studies teacher, while people are getting shot and while his city's going bankrupt, y'all. Now, I guess today's question is this: do you agree with me? I'm critical of this guy because I feel like almost everything he does wrong. Because I feel like almost everything he does is wrong, because I think he has the wrong philosophy, y'all. He's kind of like a quasi-socialist and a wannabe civil rights leader. I don't know. I don't vibe with either of those. But if you disagree with me, or if you do agree, drop a comment down below, y'all. Let me know what you think. Let me know down below. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button. Share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. We'll see you back in the next one. You know that we are a paralegal school. If you've been watching our program now, you know that we've been around for 23 years. You know that we help people get going in the paralegal field. You know that we've helped hundreds of people since 2003 start their career in the paralegal field or even move up in their career. Our certificate is good nationwide, and our program comes with an internship placement so that you'll get real experience on your resume. If you're interested, y'all, we are running a discount for all of our YouTube subscribers. Click the first link down in the description. Join us. New year, y'all. New career.